Job openings rise unexpectedly to 10.7 million in September despite Fed hikes. So let's look at this here. U.S. job openings rose unexpectedly in September, suggesting that the American labor market is not cooling as fast as inflation fighters at the Federal Reserve hoped. Employers posted 10.7 million job vacancies in September, up from an upwardly of 10.3 million jobs in August. The Labor Department said Tuesday economists had expected the number of job openings to drop below 10 million for the first time since June of 2021. Another sign that the labor market remains tight and employers are unwilling to let workers go. Layoffs dropped in September to 1.3 million, the fewest since April, but the number of people quitting their jobs slipped in September to just below 4.1 million, still high by historical standard. Tom, what does this mean to us?
Well, I got up way too early, had way too much coffee, and I saw that, and I'm like, wait a minute. What's behind the numbers? What's in this 10.7? So I went to the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics, and I printed out the report that was there, and I said, there's a handy report here with column headings and everything. And I said, first of all, where are these jobs? And I just thought it was kind of interesting. The 10.7 million jobs, 4.2 million of them are open in the South. 5 million is the Midwest and West. And there's only 1.7 million open in the Northeast, and that's actually down. So behind the 10.7, there are jobs open in the South, level in the West and Midwest, and down in the Northeast. Okay, that's very interesting. So they're following the sun toward the winter. But where are these jobs? Well, I saw a couple headlines this week. Apple freezes hiring. I think we all saw that. Nothing to see here. They're just saying, hey, we're on a hiring freeze. We've also seen a couple other tech companies, Silicon Valley and large companies, saying hiring freezes. Now, those are skilled workers, white-collar workers. And also, I found a couple little bit things on venture-funded companies, like one that stuck out was Gem, which is ZenSource, which has $170 million of venture investment. They just laid off 1/3 of their workforce, and they are a white-collar competitor to ZipRecruiter and others. Well, that's interesting. So then I said, I dove into the numbers. Check this out. Of the 10.7 million, 1.6 million of those jobs are in leisure and hospitality. In other words, restaurants, hotels, food service. 2.1 million are in social assistance healthcare. You know what that is? That's retirement community, nursing, hospice, things like that. So, wow. Then I said, well, how many are white-collar workers? Only 1.9 million. So of the 10.7, only 1.9 million are white-collar or skilled work. So that lines up with Apple saying, well, we're freezing. And then another one stuck out. This one's up to almost 1.7 from 1.5 over 2 months. Where wholesale, transportation, and warehousing is up. Now, why would that be? Because we're going into the fourth quarter, baby, and those are Amazon jobs.
Oh, wow.
And those are in the new drop ship economy we've got. It's not just Amazon. It's up there. So it was very interesting to me, and the government still had 1 million of them out there. So there's 1 million jobs for the government. So what was really interesting to me is there's two sides to this. You've got hospitality, warehousing, and retirement homes and retirement communities accounting for almost 6 million of the jobs, and you only have 2 million white collar. This is called a barbell, where you have two ends of the barbell, you know what I mean? And it's skinny in the middle. So the jobs that are being created are not high-paying, high-skilled jobs. That's what's behind these numbers.
By the way, so let me tell you.
But they like to talk about 10.7 because it's an election.
Yeah, but here's the problem, though. Here's the problem, though. So look at the way the article reads. The article reads and says the following. It says, what page
is
it
this
on
the
there?
Post?
Yeah.
Three?
Listen to the way the article reads.
New York Post.
It says U.S. job openings rose unexpectedly in September, suggesting that the American labor market is not cooling as fast as the inflation fighters at Federal Reserve hoped. One more time. Suggesting the American labor market is not cooling, meaning the Federal Reserve wants the American labor market to cool off. So if this number is true, guess what it means for December with rate hikes? You're going to get another 3/4 of a basis point because it's not cooling off. As weird as this sounds, this needs to cool off more for them to get to only half or a quarter. But if you're getting numbers like this, Powell's sitting there saying, nope, it's not working yet. Maybe one more month. Maybe one more month. So I'm leaning towards 3/4 of a basis point in December, half to 3/4 of a basis point. I don't think it's going to go to a quarter. He said they're going to do half. I think it may be 3/4 of a basis point if these numbers are not turning.
I'm with you 100%, and I take this back to our economic discussion on mortgages. There are not high-paying jobs out there to go be able to pay that higher percent mortgage, folks. And so I've said, if your job is moving you to another city,
so if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you
your
want to
spending
watch
the way
the
you can
entire podcast,
and get through what is
right
going to be a 2-year.
AKA save that money.
Yeah, no question about it.